Hello everyone and welcome back to Sparkling Autos. So in today's video we're going to look at panel impact ratio. What does it mean, is it important, and how do we calculate it? First of all, in terms of calculation, I'm going to keep this video as simple as I can because, as you may have seen on YouTube and elsewhere, there are a lot of videos trying to explain how to calculate your panel impact ratio, and some of them, to be quite frank, are just ridiculously overcomplicated. There's no need for it to be that complicated. It's quite a simple process, and that's what we're going to look at. First of all though, what actually is panel impact ratio? Well, basically it is the amount of product that ends up on the panel once you've sprayed the car through your foam lance or your pump action sprayer. Obviously then, if you're just applying the product by the likes of an IK foamer, it's going to be pretty simple to work out because all you need is 4% of the product in that bottle, i.e. if you have a litre in there, put 40 ml of product in. But when it comes to using a foam lance, things get a bit trickier. And this is why manufacturers like Built Hamber don't just say to put in 100 ml per litre, because it's going to change depending on which pressure washer you're using and which lance you're using. You may also have heard a lot of people talk about 4% PIR in terms of Built Hamber. However, the 4% is actually just an example that Built Hamber give on the back of a bottle of auto foam. You don't have to stick with 4%. It's just to use an example to tell you how to calculate it. Because what the Built Hamber bottle actually says is to reach a panel impact ratio of 1 part in 100, i.e. 1% for light cleaning and up to 5% for heavily soiled vehicles. So the 4% later on, it's just an example. Don't get stuck on the 4% PIR. So now that we've cleared that up, how do we actually calculate the PIR? Well, as I've said, it's not as complicated a process as some people make out. If you've ever looked this up before, you'll probably have seen people with 20 litre buckets, filling them up and then using a 1 litre measuring jug to calculate how much is in there, which technically is correct. However, I'm going to do it a much simpler way, and that is by weighing the bucket. So without getting too scientific, it's important to note that under normal conditions, 1 litre of water weighs 1 kilogram. That's how the metric system works. So knowing that, this should make it a lot simpler to calculate our PIR. With that being said, let's get on with it. First thing you need is a standard set of bathroom scales. Set your bucket on and calibrate the scales, so therefore removing the weight of the bucket. As simple as that. Next then, with 1 litre of just water in your lance, empty it into the bucket. Now the advantage of using the MJJC one is at the bottom of the pickup pipe there's actually a weight, so you can hold it at any angle and it's still going to empty. Now if you look carefully, you can see the water level going down in the lance bottle. Obviously this footage is sped up quite considerably. This may empty quick, but it doesn't empty that quick. And once it's emptied, all you need to do is check the weight of your scales, and at 9.5 kilograms, that means we have a volume of water of 9.5 litres. It's as simple as that. So within that 9.5 litres was the 1 litre of solution from the lance bottle. And to work out your PIR from there, you simply multiply the total volume in the bucket by the percentage you want. So for 1%, you multiply by 0.01, and for 9.5 litres or 9,500 mils, that's going to get you 95 millilitres. But it might make it a lot simpler to measure at 100 mils rather than 95, for example. Also remember that that is the amount you need per litre. So if you're only making up a 500 ml solution, obviously half that amount again. To recap then, you need to zero your bucket on the scales or weigh your bucket so you know how much to take off total weight. Put 1 litre of water in your foam lance, empty it into the bucket, weigh the bucket, which will give you your weight in kilograms of water, i.e. how many litres you have, and then simply multiply that total by the percentage you want. And there we are, that is how to calculate your PIR. I don't think it's as complicated as some people have made out, or certainly as it needs to be. But again, you don't have to go with this. If you're using a solution that works for you, then stick with it. You don't have to go with this method. This is just my simple way of showing you how to work it out if you choose to go down the PIR route. Well, thanks very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to press the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for future useful or useless information. Thanks very much. Take care.